Hello, everybody. It's Bob. Today, I'm going to talk about my first experience coming here to the Philippines. Um, Begins out as negative, actually works out in the end. Hopefully, this won't happen to you. So, yeah. So, when I arrived here in the Philippines in November of 2023, I get to Clark, and there, I'm sitting around the carousel waiting for my luggage with a bunch of other people. And after about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, there's like 10 of us left, and we're all waiting, and there's like just like two or three bags of luggage left on the carousel. So we're all like kind of like, what the hell's going on? So we go over to the missing luggage area and let them know what's going on. It was all on the same plane, all came from the same airport, Taiwan, and we had to fill out these little reports. They had to take our information down. So the only thing that I had available to me when I first landed was whatever I had in my backpack, which was my laptop, cell phone chargers, some toiletries. That's it. Just the clothes on my back. Not a good beginning arriving here in the Philippines. So I step outside, and there's my now girlfriend sitting out there waiting for me, waving at me. And she took a video, and when I looked at the video, I could see that I was just pissed. And then as soon as I saw her, that kind of left me. And she just ran over to me, gave me a giant hug. And I told her, I was like, look, I have an issue. My luggage didn't arrive. And she's like, stop joking. And I said, no, seriously, all I have is what's in my backpack and what's on my body. That's it. And she's like, no, seriously, stop joking. And I said, I'm not. So at that point, I was up almost 36 hours. I was awake. And so we got back to our hotel, and I took a shower and passed out. And woke up about 3 hours later, and she's like, come on, we're going shopping. Okay, cool. So we go shopping. We go to a mall, which wasn't far from the hotel in Angeles City. And we spent 3 hours. And in those 3 hours of clothes shopping for me, we found one shirt that fit me, a pair of underwear, and don't mind that, and a one pair of shorts, which were horrendous, but at least I had some clothes. So the next morning we wake up, and she's like, I'm going to call the airport. We haven't heard anything. I'm calling the airport. So she calls them, and they have my stuff. When the person who took down the report took my information, they wrote it down wrong, and they couldn't get a hold of me. So they actually had found it within an hour or two of me arriving. And so we went back down to the airport. We were only a few minutes away. And the hotel that we stayed at was great. They actually gave us a ride down for no cost. Um, and we get in there, and the airline, I'm not going to mention them, but they handled it great. They were very friendly, very apologetic. Apparently what had happened, there was a group of luggage or whatever, container luggage that never got put on the conveyor. So mine was in there along with everybody else's. But they were able to find everything. Everything was good. Everything worked out. Now, what I learned from that is that the people here in the Philippines are built differently. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but you don't think about it in a pinch. And the clothes here are built for them, not for a big guy like me. So here's my advice. If you are coming here to the Philippines, logic says pack at least 2 or 3 days of clothes in a backpack and bring it on board with you on your carry-on. That's logic. For whatever reason, usually I'm pretty good and prepared. I didn't do that. That was my first time flying in probably 15, 20 years coming here. So I didn't think about that. Second thing is, you can shop online. There's a thing here called Shopee, or you can even use Amazon. The issue with Amazon is, well, there's a couple, I should say. You have to pay the duties coming across, so it's a little bit more expensive takes about a week to 10 days to get here. And they really want an exact address, which here in the Philippines, there's a lot of places, like the place I live in right now, does not have an exact address. It doesn't. You have to give landmarks. And Amazon, at least in the States, don't work like that. Their delivery contractors here that do, so they understand, so they'll call you ahead. But it takes about a week to 10 days to get your stuff. Or you can use Shopee. That usually takes a day or two. They will have your stuff. They'll have the proper sizes. The girlfriend and I were talking about that last night, about this idea, and she was giggling because the underwear I had, the biggest that they had, fit on me like a Speedo. I know probably everybody really needed to hear that, but that's how they fit. So, yeah, just be prepared when you're coming here and know that you can shop online and have stuff sent here. Amazon does send stuff here. You just have to set up the address correctly on Amazon to have it sent. Yeah, that was my first experience. Not a very good first experience coming here. It was for the first 24 hours, actually 12 hours, I was disappointed, you know. Not a very good time. But eventually I did get my stuff. I was happy. And they handled it great. Nothing was damaged. So that was good. So on that note, I'll leave you. Hopefully everybody has a good day. And I will see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.